Hello, dear friends, and welcome to Inktober Day 22. And today's prompt is Ghost, which I also really liked because it's kind of part of the Halloween thing. And yeah, it's fun and it's a nice thing that you can easily doodle if you want to. So I thought that was a very forgiving prompt. But of course, as usual, I will be forgiving with everyone except myself. I swear, the easiest test to discover whether you are a perfectionist or not is to sit and think about whether you think perfectionism is a good or bad trait. Because perfectionism is a very negative trait. It helps you get nothing done, and yeah, it's really, really tough. But I was looking around the room and I had a little moment of, I don't know, amazing inspiration. It felt very Oprah aha. And I was very excited because my eyes fell upon my Matryoshka doll. And these guys are amazing. So they're the little Russian nesting dolls, and they are adorable. Like they have the most amazing design. The artistry involved is just so amazing. I don't know, the level of art required to make them is really, really impressive, and it's quite skillful. Anyway, the reason that I was so happy with this was because I was looking at this and I was thinking about all the sort of ghosts that haunt me, for example, perfectionism, and all the little personality traits that I'm made of. And then I also thought of the symbolism of the Russian dolls, which is that they are supposed to be this idea of, I suppose, the feminine and fertility, and it's a woman with other people inside her, like a mother or matriarch, which is why they're also known as babushka dolls, which is the word for grandmother. And I think that makes a lot of sense, but I also really like the interpretation that, it extends to so much more than just like physical parenthood, I guess. I think that what's really amazing is that where each of us is today is only because of all the ghosts of all the people who've come before us. Whether that be for good or bad, it doesn't really matter. It's not really up to us. We can't really control what the past versions of, humanity did. But it's really awesome because it means that they have shaped who we are, and it also means that we can shape who future generations are and who we are ourselves. What contribution will our little ghost make to humanity? And that tickled me because it got like super deep and super philosophical. And I mean, yeah, I've loved these dolls forever. I actually remember my aunt had a set, and I used to want to, all I wanted to do when I was a kid was go and touch them. And she had them in a display case because she had quite a fancy set. And I was just like, I need this. So when we went to Russia, that was my thing. I was like, okay, cool, this is important. This is my goal. I mean, we're going to get engaged, but whatever, I want a doll. I mean, that's not really how the priority went, but I really wanted a nice set, and we went from place to place trying to find the correct ones. And eventually, I think it was the second last day that we were in Moscow, we went past a store that had these tiny little miniature ones. Honestly, the tiniest doll in this set is smaller than a pinky fingernail. It's amazing. And I was like, yep, sold, because as soon as anything is miniature in this world, I am there. I must own it, I must have it. And I really fell in love with this little set, and I really love the strawberries that are on the design of her as well. So I just felt like she was the right like colors that I had associated with these Russian dolls, and she had the fruit, and I have a special place in my heart for strawberries because I don't know, they remind me of my grandmother, I guess, but also there's a lot of history with strawberries. I don't know, it's a strange thing, guys. Like, I can be emotionally attached to anything, even fruit. It is my gift and my curse. But yeah, and I thought that she represented something that I really love about humanity. And you can make this as feminist or not, as you would like. I think that it's amazing that you can think of all the people who shape who you are, whether they be ghosts or not, and whether they be positive or not. And I think that it's also just really interesting, the idea that each person is made up of like multiple personality traits. And I don't know, it kind of fits with day 7's prompt of Enchanted, where I was talking about the masks we wear. This sort of fits the same thing, you know. It's that idea of like, who are we deep down inside? And you know, we're all multiple people, right? It's a strange thought, but you know, you have different people that you show to different situations in the world. My personal quest is to try and make that person as authentic and cohesive and one person as possible. But yeah, I'm having fun with doing that. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, love you, bye.